magic calls my name. Purpose in this life's game. Horizons line so clear. God's love brings me near. Flat earth made by him. My journey long yet thin. Purpose found in every day. Guided by his gentle sway. Mountains tallly stand in place.
Yo, Flavs, what's up? It's good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. We have Pastor PJ and the SSUM himself in the house. How you guys doing?
All good, sir. I can say
Glad you
groovy.
got-
I can say all groovy tonight because Michael's not here.
Groovy.
Groovy.
You see, he's sick because he ate a piece of the flake. He didn't throw it away. Joking.
We're making preparations. Wife just messaged me, said, go to the store, get a couple huge bottles of water, and she's going to get some gas cans. We're going to make sure those are filled up. Because look, everybody's anticipating a big show tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, regardless of how this goes, it's going to be nuts.
It doesn't matter what's going on. Yeah, there's something. It's gonna. I think there's gonna be riots and stuff probably.
Oh yeah, they're already preparing for it. They've been boarding up windows and buildings and all that stuff around the White House.
Yeah.
In DC, they put up another row of this fencing that almost looks like a larger version of razor wire on the top of it. It's these metal sharp spikes up on the top of it. I think there's about 4 rows of fencing now between them. Yeah, it's
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be hectic.
And
Well,
it's
as
mad,
long as-
in the UK at the same time, it's Guy Fawkes night. You know what I mean?
But at least you're not in the thick of it, though. You're at least a
No.
bit on the outskirts. So
yeah, I wouldn't want to be in a city. I definitely
Mhm.
wouldn't want to be in a city, that's for sure. But I'm still only about an hour and a half away from it by car.
Still,
But they don't want to come down here. These people here don't play. These people here don't play. While everybody out there worrying about who's going to win the election, everybody here is loading shells and oil and guns.
Too right. You got to, man.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, hello.
I heard Roger saying hello at the end of his stream. Yeah, I'll see yours all over pages. Never turned up. You must have fell asleep, did you?
I did.
Is that real
That's good to
helium?
see you, man. It's good to see you all. Okay. So, I don't know if you watched the trailer, Sav, of Sean Hawkins.
Yeah, he put his own foot in his mouth.
It's insane. How can he say that with such confidence and thinks he's right if he's claiming a globe?
It's like a mental illness. I don't know how you can have contradictory ideas and them not be abrasive to one another in your own mind. I don't know how you can entertain that.
If you even look at my community,
it goes against the grain. If you've got an idea in your head, then you get another one, and it contradicts with that one. How do they go together? You'd feel like it's pushing against the
but
grain.
we're definitely getting somewhere.
Or both.
But we're definitely getting somewhere though, because he just admitted because it's level, no curve.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Wow.
I mean, if you look at my community post today as well, he put up the Dixie Railway. So where's the curve? I don't know. I didn't claim there's a curve.
wow.
Yeah, it's quite weird. It's like he's trying to swap roles now, like saying we're the ones claiming curve.
What?
Oh, and by the way, he's called you out, PJ and Roger and everybody in a poll somewhere to debate him one-on-one. He's not scared of you. But there's one name he didn't call out. Moi.
Yeah. He knows.
Oh, and yours as well, Dave. He hasn't called you out. So he just doesn't call us two out, but he calls everybody else out.
He knows I don't debate like you guys do. Do you know what I mean? I moderate it, yes, but I don't debate. I debate like in the chat. Or
The thing is, PJ,
I've never been in a structured debate.
The thing is, PJ, you guys will rip Sean apart with your eyes closed. The
Absolutely.
guy's a real numpty.
I wouldn't give him. I wouldn't entertain him. I wouldn't entertain him to bloody debate him. Not at all.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're going to go off from where we started last. It was an hour and 10 seconds about.
Yeah.
I hope it gets better, to be honest. I really, really do.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it gets better, personally.
But let's see.
Sure.
And there's no cables. Thank you.
It's pretty far away still.
Angel,
I'd like to get to the good religion.
I'm sure you. Anyway, you can also use GPS stations at each of these locations. You can look at their X, Y, and Z coordinates, and you can determine whether or not they are in the same plane. Some simple first-year geometry shows you that that in fact the distance of the fourth point from the plane defined by the other 3 points is 9,000 kilometers. So they do not emphatically lie in the same plane. Another point of evidence that you can use if you look down on a tetrahedron from
is this a one-on-one?
Design the perfect voice for your brand with 11 Labs.
Nah, it's okay.
Debate. We got 4 people in the debate, bro. You're just presenting.
Okay. Well, I am
You're wasting a lot
Give
of
us
time.
like one thing to talk about because we have one thing we want to talk about, and then we'll go back.
Okay.
And forth.
I am presenting the evidence substantiating my claim so that you can
Yeah, wrap it
respond
up.
to it.
I love it. Yeah, wrap it up. But why is he putting a tetrahedron on though? Okay. Do we make measurements with a tetrahedron, or do we use triangulations using triangles?
Triangles.
The latter. Triangles work.
It's weird that he's trying to bring tetrahedrons up, because the reason he needs to bring a tetrahedron up is because he needs it to fit his spherical belief.
So what? A tetrahedron's a three-sided, like a 3D.
Yeah, the reason he needs a tetrahedron is because he needs the 4 points of
Right.
equal length.
So what I remember a word as well when I was in school, but I can't remember what it is. A dodecahedron. What's that?
A
Is it
dodecahedron.
Just a dodecahedron.
Dodecahedron?
Yeah.
Isn't that
Isn't that
20
the 5 sides? Isn't that the 5? Well, I don't know.
Well, deck would be 10, wouldn't it?
Yeah, double, deca, 10.
5.
It's a 20-sided.
Right, yeah, got you. Dodeca and 5, right? Got you.
Eric Debate likes to say it. He doesn't care if the Earth is a dodecahedron all the time. He says.
Oh, does he? Yeah.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Dodecahedron is
25.
12 sides.
Oh, 12.
Yeah,
Double deck.
12-sided. 12-sided 3D shape, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
so-
Because I wasn't sure if it's 12 or 10. But,
or something. I don't know. Wow, okay.
quite interesting.
Wrap it up. E.
Okay, so the angles between these lines are meet at 120 degrees exactly as would be
Angles? So flat baselines?
predicted if you're looking down on a tetrahedron.
See?
I agree.
See? Because you're looking down on a tetrahedron. We don't look down on a tetrahedron.
Wow.
Nobody looks on down at the tetrahedron. So this is like,
Tetrahedron, that's 4 sides, right?
yeah.
So the question is, for me, is how do you work that into a grid and find your point, your GP? How do you measure that? Let's see, you're on a grid, right?
Yeah. The thing is, he's trying to somehow work in the lengths as the same lengths to fit on his spherical Earth. But because it wouldn't work just with a normal, ordinary triangle, he has to use a tetrahedron.
Mm.
It's called dishonesty, actually, guys. It's called trying to... As a god of the gas solving, in other words. Because he can't do it the way tradition is done, he needs to create a way to make it work.
I see how he did it too. I see they actually go to the center of the Earth. That's how they get that coordinate. Yeah. And send it
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying with Hell's angles? You You see the equator?
Yeah.
There we go. That would be hell on Earth, the sphere Earth. They make their angle measurement based on a horizontal flat plane. That horizontal plane is cutting Earth in half. That's hell's angle. They cannot have an angle without having a horizontal baseline. So when they come to, oh, but we measure everything and it's following a curve, but your baseline is not curved. Your baseline is a horizontal. You're literally just moving yourself to the center of the Earth to make your baseline measurement. Nobody stands in the middle of Earth last time I checked.
Nope. So they're using
Thank you for
equatorial
that.
plane.
Can we move?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See? So I'm saying, so now he's using Sakatoa, but now he needs to make it spherical trunk, so he's making it 180 degree internal and not, above 180 degree internal. That's why he's using the tetrahedron.
Move on now.
All right, let's wrap up the
Oh,
screen.
to
Welcome to the
what?
globe, Angel.
Do what?
All right, I got a question. Could you have gas pressure around a tire rim without the
Hey,
rubber
Linus.
tire around the tire rim?
Yes.
What?
Oh.
You said yes. Whoa,
He
whoa,
did.
whoa. Wait, I want to make sure that's what he said.
He did.
Per tire.
Wait. Let's make sure. Ah, where did I go now?
We found
No,
Spruce through a Google search, pretty much. I was looking for a way
Where's he
to market our YouTube.
Dead ship.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, there is air around a tire rim,
The
but it's
fact
not
that this is
compressed,
just-
and it won't support the wheel. You
Yeah,
know,
but he's
so-
making. I'm sure he made it sound like it's a How can I put it? Like you don't need a tire to have the gas pressure. In other words, that's how he made it sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just talking about air pressure. That's what he's going to say. It's 14.
Thank you, PJ. I'm gonna check it out quickly.
Yeah, I just noticed right now when I went in there, he's all blued up.
How'd that happen?
Just not how logic works.
Says the guy who gave us a contained example. So how do you recreate a vacuum without a container?
Just keep an eye on him. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Well, but there exist vacuums that aren't contained.
We can't.
Well, there exist vacuums that aren't contained. What is he
Where?
talking about?
Where?
Guys, we're wasting our money buying our wives this expensive Dyson vacuum cleaners. Everything's contained, or a Hoover. We just don't need it. We just need to get gravity. Summon the gravity gods to come and just hoover everything for us.
Saab, you got any of that gravity with you?
I got some. I got a pocket.
Oh.
I got some in this little pocket of gravity pocket that my wife made right here.
But I mean, why do we need a tire then if you don't need the tire?
Some gravity.
Weird.
We can just float everywhere.
There's the gravity.
There it is, right there. I keep it in this gravity pocket right here.
Don't ever get stuck in the pocket of
And
gravity, man.
Things on that scale.
For instance, in Earth's atmosphere, there is about one gas particle every the about 98% of the atmosphere is empty. It doesn't have gas particles in it.
All right.
98% of Earth doesn't have air, he says.
Doesn't have
What?
90. So what? It's only 2%. So there's 98% gaps between gas particles. Is that what he's saying?
98%.
Wow.
I think
Look it
he's
up.
misreading 98% of the Earth is mixed gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that doesn't seem.
The PhD
Okay.
ain't working out.
Well, you do know he just spoke about a volume, though.
He's a PhD. Wow.
We're gonna
How
head
come
to
the pressure? How come it doesn't equalize?
last question.
How
Because of
come it doesn't
gravity.
equalize gravity?
So does gas move in all directions regardless of gravity?
No.
All right, now
Oh,
you're taking
really?
advantage. All right, we're gonna hand the floor back over.
What the hell? Ryan?
I know, he's awful. He's horrible. He is just
Why is
horrible.
why is he interrupting him? There's no interruptions, but they're not fighting
No.
or anything. He's just
No.
asking the question, he's answering him now. Ryan is interrupting him.
It's a Ryan show, you know.
What the?
Over to Nathan because he is waiting with the screen.
See, now he wants to move back to Nathan, but Angel was busy talking.
Yeah. Oh, you guys though, I love it. There's been been a a
Way
few
off
little-
into the weeds, though. I kind of.
No, not in the weeds. You guys are stumbling very badly because you're not actually showing gas pressure without containment. You're making claims though.
Mm-hmm.
Making very big claims. Hey.
I don't want to entertain this too long.
It's all right. I think, like I say, in the interest of being fair, it's not.
You know what,
You don't
Peter
want
Marks?
to entertain that- you didn't want to entertain that too long, but your presentation you could entertain for like hours and hours. It was ridiculously boring crap.
Yeah, why is it that they were the ones bringing up the whole time so far arguments, and everybody had to entertain what they were bringing up? Now the first argument they bring up, now he doesn't want to entertain it.
So
They don't have a decent rebuttal for it. That's why.
Yeah, and they haven't even started. They just asked a simple question. They have hardly got anywhere yet.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
not up, it's not up for me or you to decide. Of course, it's up to the speakers to present what they find relevant to their side. So.
I'm gonna call him out for being off topic, though. That's what I'm saying.
what?
How's this off topic?
Wow.
Markley doesn't know what the topic is, dude.
Says the dude that says just like random statements just to what is it, derail
Okay.
people.
Okay, should we talk about off topic? Should we go back to Peter's presentation in the beginning? Showing emails.
That's our topic, yeah.
Wow.
It's quite sad. There we go.
Thing.
Okay. I have no idea, so we're gonna let Nathan explain what he's got up here.
So, real quick, I can get 60 seconds, host. Is that okay? Because I don't have much more to say until the Q&A, but I wanted to just cover some things without being interrupted.
All right. Well, we still got 8 minutes of the open discussion, but yeah, I'll ask everybody respectfully to give you a minute, and if they want to interrupt, then I'll just put them on mute.
Wow.
You've been warned. All right, we'll give you a minute. Go ahead.
Mainstream science, like
for
mathematics and astronomy, has something called the three-body problem. I call it like the 6 silver platter problem, where you give them 6 assumptions on a silver platter, and then they play a video game, which is chaotic and doesn't work for making predictions. They assume the Earth is a globe. They assume the Earth is spinning. They assume the Earth is orbiting around the sun.
Mm-hmm.
They assume gravity is real, even though it's never been scientifically experimented on and validated. They assume gravitational orbits are real, even though they can't model that, admittedly.
Mm-hmm.
They say they need something bigger. Then they have another assumption where they assume the vacuum of space is real, which we just covered. It's not. And then they play a video game, and the system becomes chaotic. They can't make any predictions. Ask Fred Espenak. He does the eclipses predictions for NASA. He also did ephemerides for the planetary motion for the next 12 years, the motion of the moon and the motion of the planet for the next 12 years on a geocentric Earth. And this is a NASA Goddard employee. And so I want to move out of the space religion, which we haven't been to, we can't verify. And
Great. That's a good thing, but I don't know why he wants to move out of gas without container now. I would have just kept them to it first because they haven't actually rebutted it yet other than just saying no.
Well, they don't really rebut it. I think Peter Markley drops a bag or something and said that's gravity, and that's it. That was it.
But you see, the 3-body problem is an issue for them. And all we get for the 3-body problem is, oh no, we just haven't figured it out yet. That's all. Science progresses. Science hasn't got to understanding the 3-body problem yet. No. The thing is, when you understand the 3-body problem's a problem, is because your model is flawed. Because it's a belief that's not based on reality. That's why.
They need to figure out dark matter too. They haven't figured that one out.
Think about it. if they're claiming the three-body problem is still fine with gravity and it doesn't work, you know why it doesn't work? It's because they claim mass attracts mass. And the masses that attract mass don't work for the three-body problem. Now, when it comes to relative density disequilibrium, which just simply describes a thing moving in a particular direction because of displacement, the three-body problem works perfect.
It does.
It doesn't need anything attracting one another.
Mm-hmm.
It can just move the way it does because it's just displacing the air around it.
Mm-hmm.
So no downward bias then.
Yeah, just try
Yeah.
this.
That Markley is that
ask
that's
these-
the blonde-headed kid there?
Yeah, that's the
One
guy.
of the-
That guy's a clown. I've watched him before. He doesn't. It's like, what are you? Why are you here?
He's McToon's protege, man.
Oh, good lord!
The Flatzoid
Easy.
debated him, and yeah, but I mean, I'll put a video.
It kind of looks like him.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely aspiring to be like McToon.
Well,
But I was laughing on that Apollo Detectives video, Saul, that you sent, where the way they talk about FTP and McToon. I mean, these are from other Globers.
Might do a
like,
little spot in that tomorrow.
Hey,
Yeah,
did
let
you
me go
watch
watch
Robot Polisher's new clip on Clay?
Oh, the
Craig?
clown one, yeah, also good.
Yeah. I put it in back if you want to watch
Hi
it.
all together.
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
man?
Chris.
All right, Chris.
Nice to hear you.
Nice hearing you.
Nice to see you all. How you doing, guys?
What's up?
We're still reviewing the video. By the way, guys, please hit the
How
likes.
you doing all together?
Oh,
Hopefully
great.
good.
I got to do that.
Mm-hmm. I say, guys, hopefully you guys can hit the likes and share the show because we got 53 people watching with only 19 likes. The math doesn't add up.
It doesn't. What's up with
You
that?
got 20 right now, so you're good.
Please hit them likes. Really appreciate you guys. Woohoo.
Globers, if the Earth spins, how would it affect our atmosphere? Would it move in unison as one cohesive, synchronized body? Or would the atmosphere be separate from the Earth, working somewhat like a blender because it's not rigid and attached to the Earth? Which one is it, A or B, Globers?
It's A.
Oh, A. Here.
Basically,
Hey. So guess what, guys? We don't have anything such as storms.
When?
Oh, well,
We don't have wind going in opposite directions. We don't have dust devils. We don't have cyclones.
no,
We don't have twisters.
no, of course not.
No, because everything moves in unison. So there's no such thing as wind. Because everything just moves as Velcro in one direction.
Absolutely.
PhD Tony just showed that he's a complete knob and doesn't understand what's being said, just asked.
You know, it goes about the chat streams here, yes?
Yeah, it's about the wind, the Velcro air they claim.
It's just laughable on the globe how they show it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even if you follow the jet stream currents, the eddy currents and everything, the way it's following through the topography makes sense on a flat Earth, not on a globe.
Yes,
It's all
right,
over the place
for
on the globe.
For sure. The flight routes and everything. They're just a part of the
Basically
flat Earth and they are important.
Mm-hmm.
everything you just said is wrong, Nathan. Just
Yeah,
to say that to the audience.
I will
Can you
point
answer
out.
A or
I will
B,
point
Mr.
out.
Milwaukee?
I will point out there are a number of fallacies in what you just said.
But he just asked you a question, A or B, and you chose A. Now you're saying it's wrong. So he's literally backing up on what he just said. So he realizes doesn't matter which one he's going to choose, they're going to have issues.
Yep.
By the way, your globe model, your religion, declares both of them true. He does know that, right?
He probably doesn't.
So it doesn't matter which one he chooses. They both are arguments based on his globe and therefore contradicts one another, which shows the globe is false.
Yeah.
It don't works on the globe, the chat wins, yes?
Mm-hmm.
But
Not the way they wanted to.
no. That's what I saw when I see.
I professionally study Earth's gravitational field. It's my job. I've been doing it for Earth's shape and job. It's Earth's shape and gravitational field. I've been doing it for over 30 years.
You can't study Earth's gravitational field because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, he
All
has
all you do is
nothing.
he takes a gravimeter and then he assumes the gravimeter is reading a gravitational field. That's it.
So right side.
How about the motion
No,
of the
we
Earth? How does
can't
it do that?
prove it. There's nothing here. They have nothing for that theory.
I want to know, has CERN or what's the name picked up any gravitational fields yet?
You mean LIGO?
Or LIGO?
No.
For me,
Yeah.
it makes
So-
no sense. We don't need it.
Yeah, so if LIGO can't pick up gravitational fields, why are they wasting their money on LIGO when they can just contact PhD Tony because he works with gravitational fields every day?
Everybody, they're in doubt. Go to PhD.
That's my retraction. I got some right here.
Right.
It's round like the Earth, dude.
Also,
It has to be. It has to be because it's science.
Yeah, but
They're
think about it.
waiting for that one thing, dude. I think that one
But
little.
think about it. They spend billions of dollars for LIGO and they can't pick up gravitational fields. But Tony works with it every day with his little gravimeter. So obviously they're spending their money wrongly. They just have to contact this guy.
I think they're spending all their money and millions supporting all the scientists and their families and stuff and paying for all the nice stuff they got. That's what they're spending all this money.
I bet you a great deal of that money is funneled off into DARPA research projects. Okay.
Oh yeah, you're
While
probably
they
right.
keep all of us entertained with little clown shows about gravity and space and all this other nonsense. Okay. And everybody's like, oh, we're going to go to Mars. Elon's going to take us to Mars. They're all looking up at the sky. Meanwhile, the demons are concocting ways to kill you without even touching you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
want to know.
it's definitely. I mean, the devil's manipulating the world, deceiving the world. He doesn't even have to physically touch you. Just deceive the
Well,
world.
it looks good, you know.
Exactly right. So.
Mm-hmm.
That's why audit them bitches.
No.
Everything you claimed about the three-body problem,
But
the three-body
sorry, guys.
problem does not have analytical solutions except for certain few special cases. That's well known, well understood. The fact that our computer model, we can model gravity.
Yes.
Sorry.
I don't remember how.
Sorry.
He's talking about the video. He wasn't saying anything about the video. I don't think. I think he's in a lag.
Yeah, I think I
he's
think you're a bit behind, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just said that globals are very, very stay to the gravity. You know, this is like
Yep. They're dedicated
They
to it.
always come up with it.
Well, they got to prove it, and they still haven't. So they're really working hard.
That's
But Cavendish, man.
I know. Those little balls in the shit.
Yeah, crap in a dish proves gravity.
Crap in the dish.
And the apple on the head.
Baking dish. Hey, listen, those Cavendish. Listen, I've been doing some looking into some of this, the 300 and those Cavendish are nestled right in there with that bunch, man. That whole family. That Cavendish family. That guy was part of that family.
Okay.
You know, the ones that like to eat weird things and drink weird things and you know.
We know.
Like Rothschild started the school system.
I'll come back now, guys.
So,
yeah, whatever happened with Oprah's girls' school? Whatever happened with that?
I have no idea.
Oh wow, yeah.
I thought the Cavendish family made their money off bananas, dude.
That would probably have recruiting service for bloody trafficking or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
Oprah Winfrey.
Wild. It's wild. It goes deep too. They're throwing us some low-level meat right now. That's all they're doing is they're throwing low-level meat. But it goes right back. If you remember the Marc Dutroux thing in Belgium back in the 90s.
Right.
And that was all high-level government covering that shit up and protecting what was going on and everything. And then they threw some low-level meat to the people, and they had settled them down. But it went right up, into the European Union. I mean, all of that. This world is run by these things.
Exactly. You're right, though. They give them a little bit of meat, something to chew on for a bit, just to keep them away from the real.
Give a dog a bone. Yeah.
It's been busting out all over the place, but then they distract everybody. If you remember the Hempstead case, you can remember back and think about the Presidio daycare scandal.
Oh yeah,
that was going on in San Francisco. I mean, and that's where you've ever heard of Colonel Michael Aquino?
I haven't heard of that one. No.
Oh yeah, this guy, he was part of the OTO. He was a chaplain for the Satanic Church in the military.
Wow.
And with these really weird freaking eyebrows, man.
I think you haven't got the names, but I think I know who you're talking about when you said that.
Yeah, man.
My brother is for a long time in the military, and when he has vacation, he can go to a big old castle, and it's owned by Bilderberger. So I said to him, "You make vacation by Rothschild."
What's Tony like? Tony said, "I pulled out of college." At least that's what I think her name was.
Oh my God,
Tony.
Tony, dude.
Extremely well and extremely accurately. The claim that we can't scientifically demonstrate the existence of gravity is false. We can demonstrate gravitational time dilation. We use gravimetric observations to navigate submarines.
We've been through this many times. There is no such thing as science for gravity. There's not even a scientific hypothesis and experiment to validate gravity. Just because you claim it's gravity that works with gravimeters does not make it gravity. It is just circular reasoning. Look, what I'm having is things working, so therefore gravity. No.
It could take a scale and
they're claiming time dilation is gravity too.
We talked about the atomic clocks they put on the airplane, blew them up. Yeah, okay.
Cesium clocks.
Yeah, sure.
And by the way, it's such a minuscule change. It's like very, very little.
We use gravimetric observations to find subsurface mineral deposits. We've been using gravity for over 100 years for this purpose, since the Nash oil dome was found in 1924.
Ever maybe just thought that there's something else that could be the reason and it's not gravity? Ever just maybe thought of that?
I think it might be the tension that's in the pocket of oil they found or whatever may cause a ripple effect in it.
You mean, Flats, that gravity might not be the solution to everything then? Is that
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe the mineral deposits and everything you work and you get with a gravimeter is not because of gravity. It could just be something else, like, I don't know, density.
Yeah.
Worse, it's like the Corona test was for nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, look at how gravimeters work. They have a vacuum with a spring and a ball falling. Why a vacuum?
Yeah, why?
Right.
Yeah.
Why is it every
you need
time they try
something stupid to show gravity? Really, it can't be something that.
Every time they want to prove gravity, the thing they manipulate is not gravity.
Medium.
They
Right.
always manipulate the medium to object ratio.
Yep.
So they're counting that as like the effect of the density is the gravity.
Well, they're claiming they took everything out of there, so there's no medium. That's not true. There's still medium. It just all you did was just reduce it. That's all. You can never get rid of it. Everything is always subject to some
kind of medium.
Yep.
Everything's always in some kind of medium.
Yeah.
Did you know they are for sure for 400 45 million years there was a big bang. Yes. How would they know? How would they know this thing?
They counted the rings on the
They
moon.
can't.
They cut the moon in half.
Well, the moon is made up. Well, by
Deep.
isn't it? So you count the rings, obviously.
Redshift. Yeah, that's it.
Redshift.
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 It's just
or in
psycho
Texas
science.
using gravimetric observations. So this claim that gravity doesn't exist, that it's only a theory, that it hasn't been scientifically verified, all falsehoods, all barefaced lies.
Now he's getting triggered. They haven't even said anything.
All barefaced lies.
Wow.
Angel keeps his cool though. I'll tell you that.
Angel's brilliant.
Okay, this is when you should ask him, show us the scientific hypothesis and experiment validating gravity, please. That's what you guys should do now.
They should.
That wasn't even his argument. But okay.
I was talking about the atmosphere moving. You said it moves as one cohesive body. The problem with that is not.
I don't want to go into this topic because you.
What the hell, Peter? He doesn't want to go into gas without containment. He doesn't want
to. Room full of rocket chairs.
But look at Peter. Okay, he says he doesn't want to go into the argument of gas without containment. Now they moved on to Velcroed atmosphere. Now he doesn't want to go into that argument either.
And he has to overtalk them as well.
What is he doing at the debate? What is he actually there for?
To laugh, to heckle. That's what he's there for.
Yeah. Well, he's there to debunk us. That's what he said in his videos.
But every time something's brought up, he doesn't want to entertain it.
You couldn't debunk his glasses.
He's lucky he's got them on his face.
What the hell?
Is this a round world map?
Yes.
So is this a round world map? What he got?
That's a globe.
Presents a globe one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Presentation. Not once. You haven't touched it. I
Yeah,
called you guys sunset deniers. Sunset. I'm a little disappointed, but not surprised. We've only got 6 minutes left of.
Dude, Peter, all they've been doing all night was debating what you and PhD Tony brought up. This is the time they want to actually bring something up. Now you got an issue with everything they bring up.
Yeah, and we've only got 6 minutes. Blah blah blah. Stop talking, Peter. Stop talking, and let Nathan say what he's going to say.
I get it, Flats. He wants to go to the sunset thing because that's the only thing he thinks he's going to get him on.
But his sunset thing is a literal straw man, and it's stupid. It's false information.
Yep, that's why he wants to pick him there.
He's been explained this many times. But it's hypocritical of him because now he has an issue with them trying to bring up a part of their argument for the last few minutes of the debate after they've been debating the arguments brought by PhD Tony for the whole time. So now they actually want to debate something that they bring up, and now he's got an issue with that.
Open discussion, and we haven't touched it.
Okay, we'll go to it right next. Just give me 60 seconds. So the higher layers would have to move faster if the atmosphere is traveling with the Earth. This is
tangential
also,
velocity, yeah.
opposite to what Neil deGrasse Tyson says. He's a PhD astrophysicist. His Twitter said the Earth moved under a football during a field goal. And then a column of air will not move as one cohesive body as a result of moving your hand back and forth. So you guys are denying fluid dynamics. You're invoking magical forces to drag things sideways as they increase in altitude.
This is nothing but sheer strawmanning.
Again, over talking. Is this the problem he has? He's always over talking Nathan.
He can't keep his mouth shut.
He's got verbal diarrhea.
Verbal diarrhea.
He can't shut up and just let him actually make his point finished. That's his only rebuttal. Insulting a guy while he's trying to make his statement. And notice Nathan said, fine, let's move on to that next. Let me just give me 60 seconds. So
it was maybe a deal they had before they started. Maybe him and PhD said, PhD probably says, I'm a little more clever than you. You don't know much, so you be the heckler and I'll be the brains.
But you see, that's the difference between me and Nathan. I would have right said to him, no, we're busy with this argument now.
Yeah.
I don't give two shits about what you want. I can't help you getting demolished. Yeah, shut up. Let a person talk. Let the big boys talk. If you're too childish to let us talk, then maybe shut up. Because he has the same issue that Daryl had on our debate with Marcus and FTFE. Every time I wanted to speak, he wanted to attack me personally and overtalk me.
Yeah. So the moderator should have stepped in already and said, "Peter, shut up, please."
But the moderator is probably going to give Peter the floor now. So, no, Peter, it's your turn. Watch. Probably.
And you're
Okay, this again is false, and I can cut this off because it's pointless what you're saying. The atmosphere comes from the same accreting disk that the rest of the planet came from. Therefore, it has the same angular momentum.
So the gas comes from the same place, therefore it has the same angular momentum. Guys, he just threw physics away. Tangential velocity doesn't exist now. Tangential velocity doesn't exist. So in other words, a further distance from the center of rotation doesn't travel faster than a point closer to the center of rotation, which gets a closer distance.
I see.
He literally threw tangential velocity away now. A PhD.
It has to go faster because it has to cover more distance in the same amount of time.
I'm starting to think this PhD Tony doesn't know what distance means.
Time over distance. Hello.
I mean, the last 2 episodes we spoke about distance using a shoelace debunks him. Now we have to explain to him distance with tangential velocity. I think he should take that PhD and throw it in a dustbin.
Well, he's making money off his PhD, dude, and they got to defend their model, or otherwise he won't have a PhD. He'll have to actually learn physics.
Well, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. A degree is only as good as the stupidest individual that holds one.
This is insane.
Angular momentum is preserved unless a force acts on the body in order to disrupt its angular momentum. Therefore, this claim about the atmosphere should not rotate at the speed it does, absolute nonsense. Any correct understanding of the physics of the system will easily disprove this. Also, Nathan's claim that he properly understands fluid dynamics
before we do have to let Angel
arbitrarily
in here, too.
false. That's just a lie. He doesn't.
Wow, PhD Tony, can you make a coherent statement? Just saying someone's lying and false doesn't make them lying and false.
No, it doesn't.
Actually, give a rebuttal. By the way, your angular momentum still requires tangential velocity.
Ice crystals. So it just kind of sits still unless the force acts on it. That's what he's saying. Like, really? There's no other forces acting on it?
Well, let's put it this way. If you've got a mountain and wind is hitting that mountain, is there a force attributed when it's hitting that mountain? Is that gas now going opposite direction?
Yes, absolutely.
So is it still conserving momentum in the same direction it was going?
No.
Nope.
Both of those guys over there show a lack of testosterone.
Tony's testosterone is probably powder by now. Peter's one, he's still developing.
He should have got that by the time he
Well,
was 14.
hasn't he already had his bar mitzvah?
Okay, so these are 2 globes. 2
I
globes
think that's
against
13,
one.
right?
Yeah, it is, Chris.
Yeah.
2 globes. Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, let's let Angel in here.
So the atmosphere moves with the Earth. There's no Coriolis then, right?
Coriolis is not a result of atmospheric motion. When I say that the atmosphere.
So no hurricane caused by Coriolis.
What on earth? So, like I say, they almost throw themselves under the bus.
So, no, you just heard him.
Yeah.
So in other words, he just debunked their claim that Coriolis causes hurricanes. Let's just rewind that quickly, 10 seconds. I'm sure that's what he said. Listen.
You do remember global.
Coriolis is not a result of atmospheric motion.
Coriolis is not a result of atmospheric motion. Hallelujah! So therefore, no hurricanes due to Coriolis. Welcome to Flat Earth, PhD Tony.
So where do hurricanes come from if it's not from the motion of the atmosphere?
No, you just heard him.
Yeah, okay.
If I would believe on the globe and we're spinning so fast, I would make a little sense. It would make a little sense. Yeah. But
This is like these guys should be embarrassed to be. Why? Why are they even trying? I mean, look at that smug smile on Angel's face, like realizing, what? Are you just throwing away what you guys claim now?
Yeah.
This is why I say everything when it comes to the globe is very selective. Because probably now, after he points this out, they can say, no, hurricanes are caused by Coriolis. After he just said this.
But sorry, what is your knowledge about hurricanes? Are they normally on the sea or ocean?
They start out as cyclones over the sea.
Yeah.
Due to the hot and cold air mixing.
Okay,
and when they reach land, they become a hurricane.
Natural. This is natural.
Yes, and when they reach the land, they become a hurricane. But the thing is, the reason it has this is because of the topography and the way the air currents push the air. Now, these guys want to claim because the air current is pushing it in a certain direction, therefore it's the earth spinning. No, it's air moving thanks to how air moves over topography.
And it's also the introduction. It's the introduction of the two fronts where they come from too. Okay, you have in the north, the cold air comes from the north, and of course in the south, the cold air comes from the south.
Yeah.
Hello, it's the same thing behind how they trick the tourists with that little drain at the equator, because it's all by how the water's influenced as it goes in is going to
the direction of it.
The direction it goes.
Great summary.
Because if they were to put it right on the equator, would then the water not spin at all? It would just drop through.
Yep, fall right in the middle.
It normally would stop on the Earth when it reached land. Normally, yes.
Oh, you talked about hurricane.
But even Veritasium went to the thing and realized and said, so you do know it's just a gimmick. And the guy's like, yeah, because it's the way he was throwing it in, which made it. But anyway, this is. I'm going to quickly draw something on it. Going to tell me if the wind goes through there, which direction it's going. Okay, look at it as like a funnel, like that. Okay, let's say this is a fun. The wind's going now.
Just the center point there.
Yeah, the wind's going
through. Like a turbine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just say it's going. Yeah, this is a mountain. This is a mountain, and this is just a big mountain.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Which is the wind going to go through? Go through that way.
Yep.
And go through that way. Now, when it comes out here, what's going to happen?
It's going to coral.
Yeah. Okay. Now, is this because the Earth is rotating, or is it because of the topography?
Because the
topography. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's
air
why
pressure.
we have hurricanes in the north and the south going a certain direction. And by the way, they have been shown to have storms going in opposite directions of what's claimed as well. You've seen tornadoes and stuff go in total different ways.
Gotcha. No, it's
when I say that the atmosphere moves with the Earth, what I mean is that wind speeds, the atmosphere is not stationary while the Earth rotates underneath it. So there are winds, there are storms, etc., etc.
If we hover a helicopter, does the Earth rotate underneath it?
No, because the helicopter is in the atmosphere, which is rotating with the Earth.
Right. Told you.
Yep. Velcroed air, dude.
Fixing himself. Now it's Velcroed air.
Velcro air, right on, man.
Good job, Tony.
Gravitational has got a hold of the helicopter and.
Hey, babe, I didn't see that.
Hey, V. Good to see you, man.
There's Vicky.
Is she
rotating,
mopped?
right? So did you know that turning is acceleration? So not only
Yes.
is it just magically rotating with the Earth, but it's also breaking the first law of thermodynamics because
Nope,
it needs
it's
extra
not.
energy.
You're just
No, it
ignorant,
isn't.
Angel.
Now he talks over Angel as well. Let him make his point, Peter.
You just won't. You just won't.
Well, can we get to my
That's
sunset
absolutely,
evidence?
that's absolutely not
You
true.
got like
because
5
of
minutes left.
conservation of angular
Can I not-
momentum.
Are
Can I not get
Conservation of
interrupted?
angular momentum, mate. If it started
Can I
twisting,
not get
it'll
interrupted?
keep twisting.
All right, we're gonna let
Your point
Angel.
is-
We're gonna let Angel wrap up his point. I'm so sorry. Like I said,
Thank
you have
you,
had quite a bit of
Ryan.
the floor.
I
Wow.
should have
PhD,
Angel
and it's,
something.
I
Yeah.
do understand it's very. We're all
Is that-
passionate about what's
That
going
must
on
be
here.
the
You know, I'm the most
obligatory
finished
one
one,
that
honestly.
we
But
get.
go ahead there, Angel.
It's just the
A
obligatory.
hovering
with you, Ryan.
helicopter, by the way, the world record is over 50 hours, which rotated with the Earth. Turning is acceleration. Therefore, the helicopter is accelerating, right?
Wrong.
Yes. No.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
One
definitely.
says yes.
Yes. It would be accelerating according to you. Because he's moving constantly with you. It's moving with the accelerating Earth. So he's accelerating with the Earth. Or is he not accelerating
The
it?
Earth, it belongs to the model, not if it's a globe or a.
But as I said, they're very selective on when they want it to work for them.
I think Tony's about to blow a gasket, man.
Yeah, but normally
He almost does, dude. He does. He blows his nose.
I've actually got a
this
challenge for
kind
everyone.
of temperature that the tornado can go along.
I've actually got a challenge for everybody. Can anybody show me one debate that Tony has not been triggered in?
I've only seen 3 debates with him, so yeah, he's been triggered in all 3 of those.
Every one I've ever seen he does. I think he just needs to like relax, go over in the corner, fart real good, and then do it.
It needs to be a real big fart though. So real big.
Yeah, he's got a lot of gas in there, man. Yeah.
Deep, like hefty. It's got to like loud.
He might want to invest in a larger size of drawers too, man. 'Cause judging by his voice, I think he's got shit put, like kind of twisted up in there, you know.
Maybe he needs some HRT. I don't know.
Wow.
Wouldn't there be a velocity with the helicopter moving with the Earth? You would feel, to be honest, you would have a. If that were the case,
right,
you'd be hanging on the roof.
Accelerating.
All right, so what I'm gonna do.
Circular motion.
Tony's more of a Tony's an actual scientist. Believe his answer.
Tony's actually a scientist. What science has Tony done?
Sure, he's a scientist.
What science has Tony done, Peter? You do know just because he's a PhD doesn't make him a scientist.
No.
Oh my word!
I mean,
circular motion involves
Hey,
acceleration.
you remember, Flatzoid, you remember in the Olympics? You remember ray gun? Right? She's got a PhD in breakology, but she's got a PhD. Okay.
She's a scientist.
There you go.
Oh, she actually has a PhD. You're serious?
Yeah, she's yes.
Man, I gotta
in
get one
break
of those.
dancing.
Nice.
Come on, man.
She definitely did break that dance.
It was horrible, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Believe his answer. That's what Peter.
Because he understands it better. As soon as he said yes, I realized I was wrong. He's right. Circular motion involves acceleration. I assumed he meant, is it accelerating in relation to
Kill the YouTube.
the ground, which it's not.
Yeah.
That's what I meant when I said
the hovering
no.
helicopter is gaining energy. How to accelerate?
No, it's not gaining energy. That's
So it's not accelerating now.
When it's warming up.
Oh man, dude,
The
Angel,
imaginary force of gravity.
Yeah, Angel's got them in the guys. Hit the likes, please. Please. Thank you.
True. An
violating
acceleration doesn't correspond to a gain in energy, and because
acceleration doesn't correspond to gaining energy. Oh my
Let's check your PayPal. Vicky's just sent me money to put in your account for me now. It's your PayPal.
Yeah.
Look in your PayPal.
I don't even
This
know.
is an interesting thing.
He probably didn't even hear me. He's gone.
He did.
Oh,
he
he
went to go. He had to go grab something. He left.
I gotta get my phone. It wasn't
Oh, your
charged.
phone. I thought you'd seen one of the kids.
Because you see, to charge something, you got to put power into the system. It's like when you accelerate, you need to put power into that system to accelerate, like a car.
I see.
So when a helicopter needs to accelerate, it needs to put power into it. They claiming that acceleration comes without adding anything into the system. So yeah, they definitely violating the first law. Well done, Angel. Thank you very much for your for the PayPal, PJ and Vicky. I really appreciate it. You guys rock.
No problem. No problem.
I will be doing the sexy dance for you guys later.
All I gotta do is send you a PayPal, and I get a sexy dance.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it, man. You guys are really a big blessing. I don't know how much more thank you to say.
It's all right. You're welcome.
What do you? I can get flowers and I don't know, fax them to you. Hey, Angela, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it.
Okay. I got a question for you, Flats, before you start. Like, if it's in momentum like that, the gravity is the only thing that's holding it in its place, right? That's the force the imaginary force of gravity. Yeah. So it would be gaining more momentum, or gravity will hold it in its spot. Is what.
Think of it this way: gravity is, according to them, is a force pulling it down. Okay. Gotcha. So there's already resistance in the other vector, because they say if you have a force, then you are resisting inertia. So if that object is moving this way and you've got gravity, a force pushing it down, it's resisting that movement that way. But the fact is it's accelerating that way, therefore it has to have energy put into the system for it to accelerate.
And it gets there'll be a huge drag on it if it's going, but the atmosphere is going with it, correct? So that's the claim. Velcroed atmosphere.
That's an old one, isn't it? That's an old one, Sean.
Yeah.
Rob Skiva.
Kingdom in Context. Woohoo! Thank you very much for your $10 super chat. Really appreciate it, man. He says, I'd like to see you review the Rob Skiba versus Dr. Sir Janus Flat Earth debate. Let's get these super chats up, people. Woohoo! Thank you very much. Glad you could make it, Sean. I think that's a good idea. Would you be able to email me the link, Sean, and we can actually go through it sometime? Because I think that would be great. I'd love to do that. But it's really appreciate the super chat. You rock, Sean. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Sean, please do so. Definitely well worth it. And I got another pound super chat from Sandro, just saying nothing. But thank you for the super chat, Sandro. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
I was just making sure this claim is what they're saying. That everything's Velcroed to gravity. There will be a rim velocity around the outside of it, though, right? But how far does gravity go? Does it go all the way through the universe? Gravity is the force that holds everything together.
Yeah, but you see, that's what I'm saying. They're saying gravity is what's pulling it down. So if you have a sphere and the object is being pulled towards the center of the sphere, but that object is moving now around, okay? It's two different vectors. So therefore, it's got a force attributed to it, therefore taking its momentum away. They're ignoring that.
You would feel that for sure.
Newton's law of motion. Every object has an equal and opposite reaction. Unless there's a force attributed onto it. Now, there's a force attributed onto it, according to them, the force of gravity. So therefore, if a helicopter is floating in the air and it's being attracted towards the ground and is moving in a different direction, it has a force attributed to stop it moving in that direction. Yet it's accelerating without using any extra force to accelerate it. So therefore, it's violating the first law of thermodynamics.
Say if you're traveling and you moved your vector just a little bit, you would actually really feel it, though, right? Because all those motions you would definitely feel your vector change. Say if I stopped and went down, you get really bad sick. So.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
thank you very much.
Earthquake too. That's what they every time say about when you said when the helicopter just have to lift up to come anywhere when the Earth is turning. They said this atmosphere is going with the Earth, so it's always.
I just want to say thank you, PJ, for he says third. Bless everyone. Thank you very much for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it. And then Miss Mott Queen Bee as well. Also another super chat.
Holy crap.
It's the fourth. She said, hit the likes and share the show. Thank you.
I can't believe it. She got in before me. I've just gone fourth, and I'm now fifth. So that one.
And another one for PJ. He's fourth, fifth. Channel support. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. You guys can stop now the channel support, by the way. You guys
stop now. Me done.
I think you've given enough. Thank you very much. You guys rock. Appreciate you all. Angela, I also want to say thank you to Angela for her contributions to be buying the merch and stuff. So really appreciate you. You are awesome. Okay, where is it? So thank you, everybody. If I missed you, I really apologize. Thank you very much.
Well,
okay.
I wanted one more thing. The vestibular system in your body detects those subtle motions, right? That's what would make you very sick.
Yeah. Sorry, what is this?
Your
eardrum. You able to it picks up vibrations and you're able to know.
Oh, okay. Okay, in the ear. Yeah,
but now the thing is, the globe has a argument for that. It's constant, so therefore you don't feel it. I can tell you, I can show you blind people, okay, that can sit in a vehicle, and they're moving constantly. They can tell you if you're moving or not.
Of course. Yeah. I always say, like, if you're in the smoothest car, there was just say a big old smooth Rolls Royce with big old wheels on the smoothest asphalt or tarmac, whatever, go at 1 mile an hour with your eyes shut, sitting back, you can still tell.
Yeah, because they're more sensible.
I was going somewhere with that.
It's like a liquid. It goes in, and that's why you're knowing it. Yes.
You see you see the thing is with the globers, they try and move to fantasy where they think friction is not a thing.
Yeah.
Friction's always here. We always have friction. They want to play a game and say, "Oh, but we don't have friction in the air, so therefore you won't know." No, there is friction in the air.
Friction in the air.
There's all kinds of friction. There's science friction.
That's a good one.
Acceleration can simply mean, so acceleration has a direction and velocity has a direction. If you change the direction of motion of something, that's an acceleration, but it doesn't necessarily change its energy.
Okay, guys, what happens if the globe is moving in 4 different vectors?
It'll blow up.
So it accelerates in 4 different vectors at 4 different speeds. So every time you're moving, that's why when you see a cylinder and it's got those little arrows, it's pointing in a new vector every single way. That is an accelerative force in a different vector. So therefore, it requires energy. Tony?
Madness. It is.
Tony seems to be throwing a lot of physics away in this debate. I find that odd.
They do. It's just what suits them at the time. Suits their argument at the time.
What I mean, did you mean, sorry that I interrupt now, but did you mean that the X of the Earth, this little, that it's not...
what?
You know what I mean with the Earth is not directly... Yeah. This also makes it more that you... would feed it more than before, you know. Because when you take a wheel, turn it,
Yeah, because the Earth is on an axis of
Handle it.
rotation according to them. That's what gives you to know the reference for the different vectors.
No, I was just thinking. They said it's in the axis turning. Yes,
Yeah. Turns along axis.
even crazier.
The kinetic
Even
energy
crazier.
of the object hasn't changed. If I'm going 100 meters a second upwards or 100 meters a second laterally, my energy is the same, right? Regardless of which way I'm going. So an acceleration that doesn't change the velocity of the object doesn't change the kinetic energy of the object.
But the thing is, the fact that it's staying 100 meters a second is going against the first law of thermodynamics because you have the gravity which is pushing it down. In other words, it's a force being attributed it in a different vector. So it has to pick up energy to keep going in that direction.
So your argument here is just fallacious and based on not understanding physics.
Right,
Simple physics. Yeah.
If you can, because I do want to be fair to Peter too, who has been very patient. I've reset the clock. I put 5 minutes on the floor in the interest of fairness.
So his rebuttal is, nah, you don't understand. Okay.
You know, and it sounded like Nathan was pretty willing to engage with you on your presentation on robotinism, I think it is there. So you go ahead and state your case, and then we'll try to spend 5
I don't agree with what you just did, Ryan. They were busy having an argument. Now you want to close the argument back to robotinism, which no one claims, by the way.
Yep. Nobody claims it.
So he's moving it back to strawman. Okay.
5 minutes unpacking there before we go to Q&A, everyone.
Let's let the sun worshipper go.
I'm not a sun worshipper. I'm a Christ worshipper. Thank you.
No, you're definitely a sun worshipper.
You're not a Christ worshipper. That's far from. You're far from.
Definitely a sun worshipper. If you're heliocentrist, you're a sun worshipper. Sorry to break it to you.
Very much. So I already presented my case. Here it is again. Just you know, with the diagram, I can also present the evidence itself.
Ryan, fix the screen, man.
There you go. How do you explain that on a flat Earth? Sun's not moving away from us.
Well, I explain it by, for 10 years, your guys' argument was the sun doesn't shrink in angular size, and that was your argument until we took your video, put it in Photoshop.
No, I never. That was never the thrust of my argument.
Otherwise, I'm done. I'll just go on mute, turn my camera off. We'll wait for the Q&A because I'm done being interrupted, bro. The entire time I've been interrupted.
All right,
look at that. No.
Child. He's a child. He's an absolute child.
The whole time he's been playing victim and you know, being childish, and now Nathan's tired of it, and now he's being condescending again to him. Ryan, what's going on, bud? Why are you not saying to Peter what you're doing? Why are you doing this? Oh wait,
He's
he
one
said,
hell of a
"Don't
moderator."
debate." Remember, he said before, please don't debate each other. On a debate show, don't debate each other.
Yeah, I don't know Ryan. I never saw him before. This.
Then a chance to respond here, and then we'll let you continue.
How dare you?
So, let's try to keep it short. Where he is presenting his side, I think he's trying to unpack as much as he can and get as much out of you as he can too. So
Yeah, can you grab a pen and a paper, bro? I know you got a globefish memory. You have like a 3-second memory. You turn around inside the dome you're in. You can't remember what's on the other side, but just grab a pen, grab a paper.
What is it with Ryan? I just can't make the screen proper so everybody can see what's going on.
I know.
Anything I say that you need to attack, just wait till I'm finished and then you can attack it. The argument used to be the sun changing angular size. Then we got Peter Malarkey's video. We got Fighting Flat Earthers video. We got United Against Flat Earthers video. All these people who did solar observations with a solar filter and proved it does change angular size. Now it's the trajectory. Now it's the path.
Yeah, by the way, I showed the sun changing angular size in the documentary I did, so odd.
Yep, you did. Yeah. Why would I do that?
The sun.
With the solar filter, by the way.
Oh, really?
Not linear, it's arctangent. It's like, this is such a joke, guys. If you can't see that the attenuation of light is happening, the sun is shrinking in angular size, and that sun is moving away from you, there is no helping people. If you think this is caused because the floor is moving backwards 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, even though we can't feel it, we can't measure it, it's all relative, there is no helping people. So I love you guys. Thanks for playing.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, also,
so
go ahead.
you didn't actually even touch my actual argument.
What was your argument?
You need me to remind you?
Yeah.
I argued that the sun does not slow down as it sets, as it should if it was linear perspective.
No. That's not what you argued. He did say the sun doesn't change angular size, did he not? When he still took that light and walked down the pathway and said, look, it's not changing angular size. Did he say it got slower when you walked away?
Nope.
No, he never said that. So he's moving the goalposts. And why would it change, get slower? It won't, because the sun is so far away. The percentage is so little, you wouldn't be able to realize it's gone slower or not. I think what does it say, guys? 15 degrees an hour for a reason. Not 15 degrees an hour when it's closer to you, and then we need to.
All around.
So this guy's actually talking out of his butthole again.
Yeah. Hey, Flats, doesn't it actually go like between 7 degrees and 15 degrees an hour? It changes depending on where you're at.
No, it's
I don't
solid 15.
Well, I've always seen 15. I don't know about you guys. Have you guys seen any other differences than 15 degrees?
Well, I've heard Banjo say that it does change sometimes of the year, like depending on the circuit. Like you only notice like.
I don't know. I haven't. Only observations I've ever seen is 15 degrees an hour. So I don't know. I can't claim on anything with that.
So which side you have observed? What goes 15 degrees an hour?
The sun moving, not us.
Moving. Okay.
Think about how an LP works. Okay, a 33 and a third RPM. All the music on there stays consistent, yet we know that it's a faster tangential velocity at the outer rim of the record and slows down as it's getting to the middle. What's going on there? Right?
Yeah, so the further out, the faster.
And it still keeps that's what I'm saying. The sun would still keep at 15 degrees an hour.
That makes
So
sense.
in other words, it would have to be moving faster in the outer rim then to keep that 15 degrees an hour.
Of course.
Because it's like the stylus stays in the same. It stays stationary, but for the fact that it moves along the grooves, right?
Yeah.
So it's still going. The record is still going 33 and a third RPMs in a rotation.
Yeah.
So now just make the stylus move and the record stay still.
Of course, because
same thing.
For the bend, the radius gets shorter.
But I mean, if you think about it as well, even when you're doing that observation, you're doing one observation. So it's still based on your location. So the sun would still be in the observation point from the same person on the same time. So it would stay the same. You're not doing it on another time observation. So.
Yeah.
It also doesn't change angular size according to linear perspective. It changes angular size only a few %, but that's irrelevant to my argument.
No, that's not irrelevant. That's because of parallax. That's why it only changes a little %. Something far away change less than something close.
This object is really far away, and this.
Babe, it's been mentioned. Don't worry, it's been mentioned. Flats is sorting it after. He just can't do it right now because it's on the backup. She was asking why he's setting a certain person.
Yeah. Sorry, I just haven't got to it.
I've already mentioned it, babe. I've already mentioned it.
Yeah, guys, isn't it in the heliocentric model when we are nearest the sun, it's winter somewhere, or it's the coldest time somewhere?
Apparently, when it's winter time, the sun is closer.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Weird, ain't it?
Crazy.
But yeah, quite weird. Okay. Carry on.
Which is
You got 40%, bud, and I got 23%.
40%, not a couple
So,
percent.
you-
40%.
That's not even
You got
correct.
40.
Thanks for
That's
calling.
not even correct.
Do you want me to play the video then? Do you want me to play your video?
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't. I mean, I would say yes, but in the interest of time.
Well, he knows he's wrong. Instead of just conceding, okay, maybe I was wrong. Now he says, no, just let's not play it, rather. You just brought it up.
No, because it does not matter. It does not.
Yeah, he's dishonest. He just brought a video up. Angel is saying, no, I can show you that you got it wrong. And now he's like, no, let's not bring it up. You just brought it up. You were fighting to bring it up this whole time. Now it's up. Now he's moaning that it's up. What a clown show.
Not matter because my argument
matter.
still stands, even if the sun did change angular size 40%, which is it does not.
Even if it does change at 40%, that shows your argument false, Peter, because you claim it doesn't change angular size. Even if it changes 1%, it shows your argument false because you claim it doesn't change angular size.
All right, let me jump in real quick because it would change angular size. It does change angular size, and the reason it speeds up towards the horizon is because it's going through a more dense atmosphere. It's being refracted downward. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, like you literally look this up, right? Are you saying the sun sets at a linear rate? The whole way?
Yes.
Oh.
What?
You heard it.
Has this guy ever looked at a sunset before?
I think he has.
No.
The rate at which the sunsets appear non-linear due to Earth's curvature and the observer position. While the sun's angle decreases at a fairly steady rate near the equator, the apparent speeds change.
Are you reading from something?
Yeah, near the horizons.
What are you reading from?
What does it matter what he's reading from? He's rebutting your argument.
You just have to keep putting your nose in. I'm sure you could have
I
asked
know,
them
right?
afterwards. You could have asked them afterwards, after he read it, where he got it from.
But what does it matter where he's reading it from anyway?
I know.
Well, this is a tactic. And that's why I came up with that method of debate where the other guy is muted while you're presenting your case. They don't want your information to get out. So what they do is keep interrupting you, and then they want to question you on things of minutia concerning what you're talking about. And then they want you derailed off into the minutia and off of the point that you're trying to make. I've watched them do this shit now for years. You can't
Yeah,
get
it's just
by me with it.
obfuscation. It's obfuscation tactic because the thing is now that the audience is watching, they're going to forget what the actual argument was about because now they're watching this instead of what the argument was about.
It was about the angular size of the sun changing during the sunset, right? I didn't forget it.
This effect occurs because the atmospheric refraction, which bends light, and our perception of the horizon. So what Nathan just said was confirmed. So,
No, I don't think it was.
okay.
No, I don't think it was. Just no.
So just not.
Moving on.
No, that's you try again to make your argument because it was incoherent.
No, it was very coherent.
Yeah, I understood it.
I understood it. Everybody on panel. Raise your hand if you understood what he said.
Yeah.
Type 1 in chat if you understood what was said by Angel. I'm going to do it too. Wait, there's my one.
Yeah, there you go.
That's not that's just sorry, you failed to make a coherent
The
argument.
audience understood it, so
Yes.
Yeah, the audience understood that you just didn't make a coherent
how much
argument.
does the sun change size on the globe model when it sets?
0.
I mean, it depends on whether you measure vertically or
I think it's a 0.5% to a percent.
Oh, you think? Okay.
horizontally because the sun does get a little squished sometimes depending on atmospheric refraction. But if you measure horizontally, then it only changes by a handful of percent.
Great. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, and then let's move on. We got Q&A, bro.
Yeah.
Chat is flying.
Yeah, sure thing. I'm gonna just leave it up for
It's insane.
for the screen for a minute here.
Last one question, real quick. So, what you're talking about, the size of the sun is just not actually changing size. It's due to atmosphere and temperature, right? That's what gives the sun.
No. You see, like things does change angular size when it moves away, but the sun is relatively far away. Like you would look at a mountain, it's far away. So you drive. I don't know if you've realized if you drive in a car and you see a mountain in a distance, it takes a long time for that mountain to finally become small. It looks like it's following you while you're driving.
Gotcha.
The sun is further than that mountain, okay? So why would you expect that angular size change really to change? It's based on parallax. It takes much longer for it to change. Hey, Jeff's in the house. How's it going, man?
Hey, Jeff.
Good to see you.
Hey.
Hey, Chip.
Good to see you, bro.
But
but
it's parallax. It's a simple word. It's just parallax. Now, Peter Markley doesn't understand what parallax is. Therefore, just nah.
But it doesn't change actual size. That's what I was trying to
say. It's just angular size. Angular size. I mean, have you guys ever looked at sometimes when there's a sunrise or a sunset and the moon and the sun look huge close to the horizon?
Absolutely.
It looks like proportionately huge.
Too big.
Massive.
Double the size, if not more. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think Angel's probably going to present that Rob Skiba thing now, demonstration, which once again blows Peter Markley out the water.
The Fresno lens thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it's been being very slow here, and it hasn't crashed, fortunately, but it is not responding right now.
I hope he gets a chance to present it.
Go ahead and share your screen if you'd like.
He does.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, just give me 1 second.
Very dissatisfied with you guys' attempt to touch my argument.
Oh. Wait, I'm going to do what he did.
he's in the Felicia, dude. That's really what's going to happen here.
You see what I mean? He's literally doing a McToon, guys.
That's what he is. Like he's a protege of McToon and FTFE Cross, isn't he? That's what it is.
Dude, Peter Markley and PhD Tony, you shouldn't be proud at all of what you guys have done in this debate. At all. It's embarrassing.
They didn't debate. They didn't.
No,
debate.
it wasn't. This was one-sided. It was a bulldozer running over a little kitten.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry about the analogy, but that's practically what it was.
I was drawing that picture, man.
All you can do is nitpick. That's all you can do.
And all you can do is cry.
I'm not here to coddle you.
All right, we still got over we got 30 seconds left of the open conversation, but we'll just let it go. We're just gonna let it go.
With ND 1 million and with exposure settings down on the camera, the sunset was stopped about 15 minutes before the sun actually intersected the horizon. And as you can see, I still got a significant change in size. Here's the before and after comparison of my first time lapse, and I'm going to play it for you right now.
Brilliant.
What a difference
man.
a day makes.
It ruined it.
24
So again, if you measure vertically,
years
you'll
an
lose swishing
hour.
from the atmospheric refraction. I said that.
Yeah.
Now my first.
And horizontally?
Horizontally, it'll only be a handful of percent, but you're not measuring the actual edge of the solar disk.
It's on screen.
Wait, it changes vertically and horizontal, Peter.
Yeah.
It's on screen.
On screen. Thanks for playing, bro. It's on screen.
It's on screen.
You're measuring vertical. What did I just say?
Measuring vertical. I'm sorry. Can you guys see my mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
What does that say?
He can't read. That's his
It
problem.
says horizontal.
Vertical change.
Okay, what does that say?
Vertical.
Vertical and horizontal. So he's showing the vertical and horizontal change. So
Sure.
Peter Markley can't read. Okay.
Yeah.
Denial.
Of course you can. He's
What
gonna pipe
did
up
I
again.
just
This one-
say?
And this one's horizontal.
Can't read.
Can you read?
Good job, guys.
Can you read?
Okay, so you rotated the image. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no shit, Sherlock.
Okay.
Thanks for playing, bud.
Thanks for playing. All right. Questions, comments, concerns.
Let's do it.
Questions, comments, concerns. I think it's
Nice
great.
dead quiet. Nice dead quiet.
Because he's embarrassed.
Well, what happened to that of yours?
I know.
He didn't get the gotcha, dude.
Want a little cheese to go with that wine?
A bit sour, isn't it?
Sour grapes for you, boy.
Have you guys not realized that every time they make claims like this on anything, flat earthers never show demonstration, observations, or anything, but the flat earthers are always the ones that bring up the things they say is impossible.
Yeah, and have non-stop videos and what really are believable, you know.
And then when we bring it up, then they just nuh-uh.
Right.
Yeah, you just get they get rude to you. You know, you don't have any education or something, or scientific knowledge they come up with. Just insane.
Yeah, I see the votes, guys. Got 82 votes because level, therefore no curve. Yes, 80%. No, 20%.
Nice.
Whoa. Where's all the trolls that were supposed to be voting?
They run away.
To move into the Q&A at this point. So hopefully everybody had a chance to put up their screen and present their case tonight. Things can get a little bit chaotic sometimes, but that's how we do it at Modern Day Debate. We appreciate all of our speakers. And we are super watching would be to, and just under 1,000 live viewers. Absolutely fantastic. Geocentric. He says, or they say, I should say, I'm not sure, it's just their name is Geocentric. They say, Earth is flat and there are more lands beyond the southern 80th latitude. Wake up, you donuts. Nathan's line. Okay, so they're quoting you, Nathan, and kind of doing more of a huzzah statement. But Earth is flat and there are more lands beyond the southern 80th latitude. Is the bulk of the question. Did you want to start on that?
Not a question, it's a statement, Ryan.
Statement, yeah.
There's a difference between a question and a statement.
Yeah, and he's a moderator, dude.
Oh man.
Right. Okay. You didn't. All right. I'm just putting it out there. If anybody wants to say anything,
Well,
Geocentric here.
the argument that I would always, okay, prove it, show me evidence, and all these two have done, Nathan and Angel, has been to look at optical effects and claim that they reflect geometry. That is the entire claim that they've made. We could have gone into sort of enormous detail about other data sets that preclude a flat Earth, but they refused to touch them. It's if you have evidence that the Earth is flat, present it.
And they did, and they wiped the floor with you.
Yep.
Your own evidence you presented, Tony, wiped the floor with you.
Yep. Absolutely.
I swear, it's like these guys are on some kind of they've escaped from some mental institution, and they believe everything they've done is just brilliant.
Yeah, I want to know what those other data sets he's talking about are. I'm
I don't
just
know.
curious.
I swear these anti-flat earthers take some kind of delusion pill in the morning.
Yeah. You got go to copium.
Opium, there we go. Opium.
What these guys presented wasn't evidence that the Earth is flat. It didn't exclude the globe model. Nor did it do anything to advance the discussion.
All right, I think we could really get into the weeds because that's more of a...
Yeah, exactly. No, and just cry and play victim because, he couldn't accept that he conceded that there was no Earth movement. He couldn't concede that the horizon was just optical. He couldn't concede that the distances prove a flat Earth, not a globe Earth. So, nah.
broad analysis of our conversation tonight. So let's try to stick to the topic, even though I know some of these questions are going to be pretty pointed, because we do have people that are going to send in super chats just to say huzzah and good job, so-and-so. So we do appreciate those too, but...
Nathan's doing show and tell here too.
Yeah, the reason he's doing it is to make fun of you guys, to show you guys you have nothing.
Oh, yes, no worries over there.
There we go, Angel. Woo!
Bible, yeah. Good job.
Holy Bible. All right. LJ says,
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was my little Dio shout out there. You know, I can't help it. The metal lives in me. All right. LJ says, how can Earth be a ball when it is measured flat?
Amen. Well done, LJ.
It's not measured
Isn't
flat. That's
measured
misinformation.
So again, we can do sort of.
We can do what's that meme with that child? We can do and then blah.
And you said, my and it was like, yep.
Now I can see that. Now I can put Tony's face in that child.
Nice.
Someone's got to do that. Put Tony's face
Dave's
on that
got it.
and make it. Huh?
Dave's got a clip of that, doesn't he?
Clip of what now?
We should
The
put
little
Tony's
baby going.
face on that meme of that child, the mumbling child, and then and then
and then
Wait, GPT.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can find it.
Oh, you mean the what it says? Have you
Buttering kidney.
ever had a dream? Is that
Have you ever had a dream? Yeah,
That's
right.
one. Yeah.
This
Ever
one.
had a dream? That's the one.
Have you ever had a dream that you had you could do so you want.
Damn. Brilliant, man.
Now we just need to take that and stick Tony's face in
that
there.
would be perfect.
Sweet.
Let's just quickly go 5-10 seconds back. Listen to Tony, guys.
Misinformation.
So again, we can do sort of. We can measure the deviation.
That was
Thank
like
you,
10
Tony.
pauses, dude. 10.
You can do. You can look at.
You really got problems. This.
Of the normal as you travel across the globe. You can measure how much the normal changes. You can measure curvature in GPS signals as you.
Whoa. You don't measure curvature in GPS signals.
Wow.
Does this guy know the difference between calculations and measurements?
They don't want measurements, they want calculations.
Give them the calculations. Yeah.
Across the oceans. You can, there are infinitely many ways of demonstrating, the fact that seismic waves go around to the far side, come back multiple times. This was, again, another data set that these guys don't have any explanation for.
Yes, it's called topography. Yeah.
And we do have an explanation for it too, Tony. We've been through this many times.
Haven't considered previously and just ignore. There's no mechanism by which that can occur on a flat Earth.
It's called propagation, PhD Tony. Propagation.
He just hand wave dismisses everything.
That's all he does. That's all he actually is known for, is hand wave dismissing.
Simply impossible. Therefore, the flat Earth is false. It has been falsified again with the distance formula. Sorry, Peter. Off you go.
It's only
and again, your distances you love are debunked with a shoelace.
Measured flat. Again, if you go back to my analogy of the dirty window or the clear window, it's only measured flat if you insist on looking through the dirty window. So stop doing that, and it's not measured flat.
In your example, Peter, did you use triangles?
Which one? What are you talking about?
Your examples showing the triangulation you did to the sun and whatever.
I think that was Tony.
Is that a triangle?
Was that Tony? I'm sorry.
I did show a trigonometric diagram to prove that by linear perspective, a receding sun should descend by an arctangent function. Yes.
So you assumed a flat baseline. You measured it flat. Thank you.
No, that's not. Well, actually,
well, that is yes.
No, not actually. But wait, yeah.
You have to think about it.
Yes, that is correct because my diagram was showing if it was a flat Earth. It doesn't do that in observation.
Okay. Yeah. Next question.
Let's move into the next question for sure. And I got a question. Angel, is it an RG or an S series?
It's actually a Lexi-Leo signature model.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an Ibanez. I didn't see that in stock.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Looks like an
Floyd
Ibanez.
Rose and everything. Nice. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
LJ,
thank you so much for your question there. Has another one in a second, but Screwy Louie, being screwy in the super chat, says, to flat Earth, what's the highest you'll accept a rocket going before you call it fake?
Well, I've been to rocket launches. They're all parabolic. They take like 5 minutes to reach the apex, and then they start curving down towards the water, which is where they always do the launches, near the ocean. What goes up must come down. If you look at high altitude footage, the highest a civilian has ever been, 128,000 feet. And Neil deGrasse Tyson admits you don't see curvature at that altitude. So the only people anointed to see the grandiose curve of the Earth is the government that these globers worship and lick the boot of.
Yeah,
Is Elon Musk a civilian?
You got to say something?
Sandro says dirty windows. Peter should give his specs a wipe. He should give his mouth a wipe. He's got to talk shite.
But I mean, it's his dirty windows analogy was literally putting on the wrong foot. It was, you guys think it's Earth curve because you look through dirty windows, not the other way around.
Yeah.
But yeah, this super chat was, how high would you say it becomes fake? It's always fake. It's just an air show. So it goes up until it goes out of view. And then after that, it's just nonsense animation with data. You can't prove, you can't prove that rocket actually is going to the destination it claims.
No.
Also, the horizon would be a flat circle even on the globe. So thanks for playing.
Well, there are multiple, not if there's land beyond the Antarctic.
Oh, my word.
That
That doesn't change the fact that the horizon is a 360-degree flat plane circle.
And it would appear so any direction, correct? No matter how far.
All right, you got to stop. Go on.
This guy's an idiot. What has Antarctica or lands beyond that got to do with a horizon?
No idea.
Antarctica, or it extends indefinitely, as some flat earthers claim. The other point that I would raise here is that there have been civilians who have gone into orbit. William Shatner, for instance.
Orbit.
Come on.
Sorry. How high
He did go
did
to orbit.
William Shatner go in the white dildo? Guys, how high did William Shatner go in that white dildo again?
Not into orbit. That's for sure.
It was like he went past the Kármán line supposedly, right? Didn't he? Like at least 72 miles up. But he came right back down, didn't he?
Or the Kármán line.
It was? Okay. I'm gonna look it up.
Well, and plus he was on the Enterprise, so
Forgot about that.
Okay. 6 miles higher than the Kármán line. 66 miles.
Yeah, he should have stayed in orbit, man. He did.
Yeah, 351,000 feet.
According to globe physics, they should have orbited after that, right? They should.
Yeah, they wouldn't be in the Velcro air anymore.
No.
No,
there's that line where you're just kind of going along and you're going and you're going, and it's like
loses its Velcro.
No, man.
I want to know, is there less air at that altitude? Much less. There's hardly any air at that altitude, correct? So what is keeping him with the angular momentum of keeping with the Earth?
Oh, yeah.
Because when they fell down again, they landed practically where they left off.
Oh, which means they were actually going much faster than the Earth because the radius of that height
Tangent
versus the
velocity.
surface of the Earth is way, way more. So that
Yeah,
would be traveling way faster.
and this is based on, like I said, on high altitudes with very little air, so there is no Velcro air being able to push it along with the Earth.
No.
That's weird.
It's strange.
So in other words, no moving Earth. Yeah. See, that's what I said. They've got very selective arguments.
It's like the physics too.
Went higher than
Mhm.
that.
Such a
Also, I didn't interrupt you when you were answering.
One of the most
No,
famous
he did through.
of all
Yeah,
time, bro.
All you've been doing the whole night has been interrupting Angel and Nathan.
I think he gets really triggered.
Did I interrupt
Yeah.
you when you were answering?
That's a whole nother debate there, guys. We can definitely revisit
Yep.
if we want to.
Moving on. Next question.
No, we're gonna let Tony.
Wow, Ryan.
Thanks.
finish his thought, but yeah, that is a whole other debate.
So civilians have been up there. Also, I don't.
Wow, they got a lot of effort.
They do, don't they? I want to take a
They
vacation now.
set the monetize setting to the most. They set the
YouTube is
monetize
desperate for money right now.
Wow. No, but the thing is, modern day debates can set it on moderate or high or whatever. And this is set on high. Definitely.
Care what Neil deGrasse Tyson says. Neil deGrasse Tyson can be wrong when he says that you can't see curvature from.
Oh, so Neil deGrasse Tyson's wrong again. They love doing this. They love throwing Neil deGrasse Tyson or Brian Cox, anybody under the bus if it doesn't suit their narrative. Note, the Neil deGrasse Tyson isn't an anti-flat earther. He's just an actor. So he doesn't give a shit on what flat earthers or globe earthers or whatever you say. He takes the math of your claimed heliocentric model belief and says this is what had happened. So he's not wrong. You are wrong because you're claiming against it. That's why when he says he calculated the foot goal, the Earth moved a quarter of an inch to the right so that it deflect and get over the goal. That is what your globe says would happen. What do you guys say? No, we got Velcro so that wouldn't happen.
Well, Oakley predicted this when this first. They were going to throw them under the bus right away. That's years ago, dude, and they are doing it constantly.
Even if you move it an eighth of an inch.
From a certain height, he can be wrong about that, and in fact, demonstrably, he has been.
No, he hasn't, because the math does dictate your curve radius, and at that height, 2 millimeters above this beach ball, as they said, you wouldn't see any curve.
Don't forget the slapping above this beach ball.
He's very emphatic about it. You're not going to see any curve from there, man.
It's flat.
That's the shit. It's flat. He's got to kind of brother it up, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's flat.
So
for their side, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you guys have anything to comment here, what's the highest you'll accept a rocket going before you call it fake? I think you guys have answered that, but if you had any comments to make on what you just heard, you can put it in there.
Yep, that's also a Snoop Dogg fallacy. You don't need to get high to figure out what the shape of the Earth is. It should be curving in all directions from the floor. It's objectively not. Thanks for playing. Next question.
All right, LJ says, why doesn't Earth spin under a hovering helicopter?
because
there's no
Coriolis. That is not Coriolis. You clearly don't understand what Coriolis is. Stop talking about it.
He does that as super chat on every debate.
Why is it that you can talk, Peter, but you guys have an issue if Angel and them talk?
Every single one.
Yes, every single one. The atmosphere rotates with the planet. And seriously, this argument. So what you're saying is that for the past 100 years around about, the greatest scientific minds on the planet have looked at a hovering helicopter and haven't worked out that means the Earth is stationary.
No, it's just they don't give a damn. And by the way, was there a helicopter 100 years ago?
Not really. Maybe. No, I don't think so. I thought Leonardo da Vinci
Helium
actually used a
balloons.
helicopter.
They use.
Yeah. We don't get any Coriolis with helium balloons neither for some reason. It's just weird.
No, we don't have anymore. I want
No. No rotation, no spin.
No,
Yeah.
Yes, they are, I think, too good for the environment.
So your physical insights are so fantastic that you can look at that and you can believe, okay, that means the Earth is stationary. But the greatest scientific minds on the planet can look at that and not reach the same conclusion because...
Well, PhD Tony, the so-called greatest scientific minds in the planet, as you call it, think we come from baboons.
Yeah. What makes you
Maybe
think?
Tony's a living example of it. I don't know.
Yeah, what makes you think?
I'm sorry, are you guys going to trust someone who thinks we come from a damn chimpanzee or a mushroom or a strawberry or something over what we observe?
But that's sad. That's really their belief, and
That's a belief. Yep.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it's
I
it's
believe
literally
the
a
same.
faith on trust me, bro. And their priests are scientists that don't do science.
They
It's
have their-
pseudo-scientists, by the way.
And
Most
we
people-
don't understand science. Yes, that's always what I get.
Oh, and
Is
they
that-
have their saints too. They have all their saints too, just like the Catholic Church. They got Copernicus and Newton. That whole bunch. That they always want to. Oh, Cavendish. Yeah,
Crusty knees.
Crusty knees and crap in addition. Yeah.
Don't forget his faithful companion species. Yeah.
The Chrome thing was really great. They made it great. It's a hard topic, but they made it great. So
you're so much smarter than they are.
Okay,
Grow up.
When a hovering helicopter is right next to you, does it appear stationary relative to you?
Yes.
Great. So the Earth just looks stationary.
We are
In
on
that
the
example-
Earth. We are moving with the Earth.
That's not how you measure the motion of the Earth.
So
you know how you're on a plane? Does your seat seem stationary relative to you? Yes, it does, because you're...
Angel, you should have asked him. So if I go high enough where there's no air for the helicopter, would the Earth still be moving in lockstep with that helicopter? Because there's no air to push it along.
So who you asking? Who you are asking, sir?
Moving with the...
Now I'm saying, because they're claiming lockstep air, if you go up in altitude and there is practically no air at a certain altitude, would there still be lockstep? Like William Shatner, for instance, when he was in the White Dildo 66 miles up. Would it be able to follow Earth's movement if there's no atmosphere to push it along?
I think you don't care about this anymore because you would get you have no air to breathe. This is the first, and it's fucking cold up there, so a harsh
Actually,
environment.
it's very hot up there. I mean, it gets so hot
Yeah,
that it's
in a
hotter than what I
normal
want.
balloon side when you get up straight up.
Yeah, well, actually, it's so hot up there because you're closer to the sun, and it's so hot that not even our materials on Earth are able to withstand those temperatures. But conductivity, man.
Later, guys.
Convection.
Later, Jeff.
It's crazy.
Says Jeff, thanks for coming, man. You rock. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, Jeff's busy moving and stuff, so he's very busy.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
It's good to see you, man. Hopefully
bless.
you get your house sorted soon.
Yep, we will.
Shot, man.
The fucking plane.
When the
It's
plane is
not
turning-
that complicated.
All right,
plane
Angel,
is
we gotta
turning-
move on, bro. We gotta move on. Shout out Mark Sargent in the chat. Everyone give Mark Sargent a follow. That guy's amazing.
Nathan, you're not running this show.
You guys are-
Wow. Peter,
What?
he's just giving a shout out to someone.
What the hell is wrong with you, dude? You can't shout someone out. He's just got as much right to you on the show. What the hell?
Was that Tony?
He's
Was
a
that
monkey
Tony
that-
that? Was that Tony that blew out like that?
Oh, that was the gamma sitting in the left-hand side.
Oh, that guy.
Patrice.
Ah,
I was Patrice.
Oh, we got a name for him now, Patrice.
Crybaby, man. Little whiner. I think there's blood in my mucus.
Outside of that rising question, I just know from the flights here, for sure when you go out, you need a pressure system made for you, and you need to warm it up the environment.
Yep.
So that's for sure, yeah.
My super chats are coming up here soon, Flats. So.
Oh, awesome.
Boring.
I was
It's
gonna say
getting
we
colder.
do have other questions coming in, but yeah, I would appreciate.
Yeah, we're
Nathan,
babysitting kindergartners. Apparently,
I would appreciate it if we do have Angel, your own partner, trying to wrap up a point that we don't cut each other off. So, but yeah, we do have lots of questions, and I think everybody has already stated their opinion on that, even during the debate. Very rare that happens, LJ. So you should just be bee's knees happy right now. All right. Geocentric says, "Rest in peace, Globe." Squash it, Nathan and Angel. So Geocentric is coming out to let you know that they appreciate what you guys are putting down. Krugstyle for $10. Thank you for your super chat. Says nav systems of low Earth orbit satellites are based on sphere Earth. How could global satellite communications function or even stay in orbit if their navigation is based off of incorrect value sets?
No, they're not based on sphere Earth. They're based on a coordinate system, which is flat. If you have a coordinate system that says X, Y, and B, that's the coordinate system. It's got nothing to do with a globe at all. It's just a grid. It follows a grid.
Totally.
I got to step off, guys. I'll be listening.
Roger, thanks for coming, man.
No problem.
You rock.
Nice to hear you, Roger.
Nice to hear you, Chris.
See you, Roger. Maybe. Bye.
That question even sounded like it was asked by a nerd in his underpants playing with a Lego rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does sound like that.
Question, they couldn't.
Actually.
So most of our communications come from underwater sea cables, like Tony said, and towers. So
Not true.
99%.
That's simply not true. I've been on a
okay.
GPS survey. I've been on a GPS survey in the highlands of New Guinea, where you can't get cell tower service, and
you can't get. Okay. Go on.
indeed, we didn't even have telephone communications. So, and GPS works there. I was there for a week obtaining GPS data.
Does GPS use different type of wavelengths than cell phone? The answer is yes. So the propagation is different. It uses different wavelengths. And by the way, Tony, have you ever realized why, like even where we are, they put the cell towers mostly on very high mountains, on the top of the tallest mountain we got here? Ever realize why they do that?
Where they place them?
On the highest spots possible.
Yeah, of course.
Because they need line of sight.
Line of sight.
Of course.
So GPS works.
Oh, and by the way, PhD Tony.
5G could go.
And by the way, PhD, the military uses ground-based GPS today. Why would they use ground-based GPS if they didn't need to use ground-based GPS today?
There are no cell towers. So this claim is gibbering nonsense.
Go ahead.
So he's claiming there's no cell towers in Papua New Guinea, guys.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but there are cell towers.
Cellular coverage and tower map Papua New Guinea. Let's see. Show us the map. Okay.
Of
Not
course,
loading.
there are some balloon satellites up there for the military and stuff like that. But
Let me see if I can find.
they go on the balloon. My brother is doing it for the military. So he uses really the satellites.
It says, well, if you just ask it, if you ask Google, it says, yes, Papua New Guinea has
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's searching
cell
it
towers.
out there.
Yes, it has cell towers. That's unlike.
Yeah.
I find it really odd that he's claiming it doesn't have any cell towers.
Well, it
So in other
does.
words, he's talking BS. They got up to 5G, by the way.
Yeah, that's high.
There you go. I know.
Yeah.
It's not something like that. Hold on, that was a different one.
Check there. There's 5G, 4G.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's a 4G as well. There's a whole bunch of 3G, 4G.
No 5G then. Is that maybe what he meant? I doubt it.
No, he says there's no.
Just none.
No,
That's what it said. I
no.
know.
5G requires a lot of retrans.
It does.
Because it doesn't travel very far.
It doesn't. My closest 5G is just out of that. Actually,
Yeah.
just like 50
So-
meters away from me.
That has to go. It goes through more transceivers than what goes on with the other, like the lower.
Yeah.
It's too high of a millimeter band.
But
There's
the
no
point of
real
it-
good advantage. Remember, they said, "Look, we got 5G where I'm at, right? You remember all this shit? Oh, you'll be able to download 50,000
I
movies
know.
a
See
second,
this.
all that shit." I've seen no increase in downloads
No.
or anything else, man.
Me
That was a
too.
lie to get you on board with it.
No,
It's
But
a
it-
weapon. It's a weapon, is what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, the point is, hey, Varo, good to see you, man.
What's up, guys?
But the point is, what I'm making here is he just claimed that there's no cell towers at Papua New Guinea. And I just showed the map that there is.
He's a liar.
So PhD Tony lied.
That's
Right. So no, but I mean, my 5G is just like it's just over there, it's just across the road. In here, the signal for 5G is crap, but right next to it, outside, perfect. You know what I mean? So it doesn't travel very far at all.
Yeah. Oh, so we're not going to go much longer. It's already been 2 hours, but let's see what we can do.
Yeah, the Columbia Satellite Balloon Program, go look it up. From NASA, they purchased more helium than any organization on Earth. We're not denying you could send signals from the sky to the ground. You guys are saying that those metal boxes are in space. You're saying they're 9 meters wide and we can see them even though they're hundreds of miles away. You guys are saying that they're floating in a vacuum that violates natural law, or they're in the thermosphere, which is 4,000 degrees and wouldn't melt all the metals. Thanks for playing. Next question.
All completely false claims
was gibbering
and straw
nonsense
men.
from beginning. That was gibbering nonsense from beginning to end. The temperature of the thermosphere, the density of matter is not high enough to have that impact. The gas molecules are
Last time I checked, something's 4,000 degrees Celsius. It's going to melt every known metal on Earth.
too widely spaced to melt metal. The satellite, low Earth satellites, transit at about 7 kilometers a second. So you can't do that with a balloon. And we can follow these things we can follow.
If it's relayed, yes, it can, Tony. Just means the signal's passing through a different relay to get to you at 7 seconds. Not hard.
Follow satellite transits with telescopes. We can also directly observe geostationary satellites. We can take
geostationary satellites. So not moving then.
Exactly, not moving.
Odd.
Lapses of them. They are stationary while the stars around them move. So the claim that satellites don't exist or they're not there.
They never said satellites don't exist. They say they're not in the place where you claim them to be, as it violates natural law. Do these people even listen to what's being said?
Of course not.
No, it's just another lie.
See them.
How much?
Not what we said.
Bounce lasers off them. Well, the claim that they're balloons is obviously absurd. You can't get a balloon. You can't get a balloon to the height you need for a geostationary. Shut up, Nathan. You're not the fucking moderator. How about you fuck off?
All right, let's let Angel respond.
Look how triggered he gets. Yeah, but the thing is, he's just rambling. He carries on rambling on and on and on.
But it's all right for Peter Boy to do it, and then
How is Saddaloons absurd when he just described them himself? Be stationary.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Saying you're saying you have a geostationary satellite over a spinning ball testicle in the sky that's going 66,000 miles an hour.
Yes.
Wow.
Why
So
the random anatomical terminology, Angel?
So we can't
That's
have that.
so random.
So we can't have that on a stationary Earth with a stationary satellite. Are you joking?
Well, yes, you can't. What force is keeping the geostationary satellite up?
Jump on in here too.
They use electromagnetic tethers. Have you heard of that?
No, they don't.
No.
Wait,
Nuh-uh,
what?
Again.
What?
Nuh-uh.
Literally Google electrodynamic tethers. NASA admits they use the electrostatic
Angel.
potential in the air to propel upwards and downwards the same way spiders balloon. Next question.
Guys,
This is not
they
the debate
teach
part.
this stuff in high school.
This is
They
not the
teach
debate
this stuff
part.
in high
We
school.
wrap
Did
it
you
up.
not pay attention in high school?
Peter, what has your statement you're making now got to do anything with what Angel and Nathan just said? I mean, in high school, they taught me that King Shaka was a great man. He had 12-pack abs. I learned that in school. Come on.
What he did? Sorry, but I have to ask you this.
He says you learned it in school, so therefore it's true. In school, they teach you a lot of things that are not true.
I know.
School is not a place for smart people. Trust me.
No.
It's true.
You know how much things they have to change? You know how much things they actually have to change in the textbooks that are not true?
Yeah.
But they still teach
who's controlling the feed we're watching? Flatzoid, why?
I get that, but there's a lot of bad stuff already out there. This is we call it.
I just want to finish this.
Way.
Yeah, I just want to finish this
No, of course.
question here, and then we can go to closing statements, I
Of
think.
course, it's okay. No, it's okay.
High school physics?
It's going to go forever. I don't have time for this.
All right, what is your time scale?
Yeah, move on.
I don't
The
know.
last one.
Another 30 minutes or so? How many more questions we got? I want to get through every single question. I'll stay here for 3 hours and answer the questions, but I'm not
Translation,
gonna
he wants to control the conversation.
All right, let's just try to carry on. And like I said, there is room for some back and forth. That's the whole point of the Q&A, is we want to unpack some things that may have not gotten covered in the debate.
No, well, Ryan, you're not giving a back and forth.
No, of course you're
Letting
not.
Tony ramble on and ramble on, Markley make insults the whole time. That's it.
But yeah, like I said, if you got 30 minutes left, then I will try to keep it to...
Are you tired of your YouTube channel not getting the attention it deserves? Building a YouTube channel can be a very...
Jupiter's mass, size, and gravity.
Well, this is an inferential sequence of demonstrations. You can demonstrate its distance using several different techniques. But basically, the ratio between solar mass and Jupiter's mass, and the influence that has on its orbital path. So yeah, and solar mass is inferred in a variety of ways.
All assumed, yeah.
Inferred. And not inferred, you mean assumed, exactly. Assumed. Not
Assumed.
inferred.
And yeah, its distance and mass and everything is first based upon thinking of scale of Earth and size of Venus. That's it. All its masses and sizes and everything is assumed based on Earth size with Venus.
Yeah, it's certainly not inferred.
So if we had to change the size of Venus, would it change the distance between Earth and Venus, and therefore it would change all the ratios of all the other planets and masses as well?
Of course it would.
Yes, it will. Because it's all assumed based on a set point of Earth and Venus size.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we needed to show. Hey, Sean in the house as we're closing off. How's it going?
Hey, man.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Good, good in yourself.
Right here. Debunking the good old globe.
Sorry?
I just told him we're debunking the good old globe.
Where you from, Jam Mango?
I'm from Austria, man.
Austria?
Yeah.
Okay. Fellow
I think
European.
Vara, I think you and Jam should actually get together. I think you guys can have cool discussions.
Yeah, we get in
Those are
deep,
nice streams.
deep subjects, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, sir. That's good, sir.
He knows.
Hey, Keith.
Yes, Sean. How's it going?
Good, man. When are you going to start hosting debates?
I've tried before. No one wants to come and debate on here. That's the problem.
If I host one on my channel, would you moderate?
Anytime. I feel honored that you'd ask.
Well, we need someone that's proactive as a moderator for these types of debates, because as you can tell, modern day debate and some of the other platforms, they like the chaos to ensue, and they like the constant friction and strife. I don't know if they think it's a good tactic for gaining a viewership or whatever, but it's definitely always seems to side in favor of the Globies. And so I just think that, I know that Jaron's trying to host debates, but I really think that it, like, as you can tell, you can watch the cross exams and you can watch the Q&As and you can tell when these Globies are constantly interrupting and obfuscating. And we need a moderator that's actually going to hold the Globies to a strict standard for interaction. Someone that's going to give McToon a little face kick from time to time.
Yeah, no. If you wanna host, I'll be more than happy to moderate for you, man.
Sandro, PJ is a moderator. Sandro, I'm not a moderator in these big platform debates. I've only moderated for between Flats and a few other people. That's the only time I've moderated. I haven't moderated in a form structure.
But yeah, I agree with you, Sean. The thing is, the people are too soft and they show their bias.
Yeah.
Instead of just taking the bull by the horns and just stopping, keeping it on track, because that's how a debate's actually supposed to be.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think if you actually had a proactive and fair moderator, that would be attractive to both sides. And then we can start, over time, you can start turning the tables on, the Globies, the people that want to argue against it. They will come onto a platform like mine because they've seen a past track record of fair moderation.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. But let me know, and then we can definitely work something out.
Good idea.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm gonna start hosting theological debates on my channel, and to me, this is a theological debate. Like it's a battle of two religions.
Yeah. No, I agree. No, I agree.
Cool.
100%.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll let you know.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Good,
Appreciate
man.
it. By the way, keep up the great work. I think you're doing an awesome job.
Sorry.
I appreciate it, brother.
You too, man. Okay, so closing statement, guys.
Can you say this is the normal, Peter sitting there crying about
ridiculous.
interrupting everything, you know what I mean? If any time anything or what's his name? Angel spoke. Anytime. You just derail it. PhD, full of crap, contradicted himself every corner. You know what I mean? Especially when it came to the observations. He didn't put much weight in observations when his opening presentation consisted of observation. Full of crap. Same thing is normal. Well done though, Nathan and Angel. Well done.
You got a show tomorrow?
Oh yeah, of course. Tomorrow it's 8 p.m. GMT. Flats won't be on, so it'll be me. Pre, mid, and post rap chat. Sorry, made in post tribulation rapture. That's what we're on about. Tonight.
Awesome. I think that's gonna be awesome.
I thought so since we started something like that the other night. It kind of put the idea in my head. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Ryan. Brilliant. Yes, that's awesome.
I think the guy's full of crap up his eyebrows, but that's my opinion.
You're right. You're right. Absolutely.
And Dave.
I think that whoever chose Ryan to be a moderator in anything should be given mandatory prison sentence. As we saw from PhD Tony, piled high and deep is indeed what that doctorate stands for, because it's a good example of how academia has really messed some people up really hard. And the other guy, don't even get me started. That guy's just like an annoying little guy on the subway. It's like somebody you want to just wait till he gets off at the next stop. Doesn't bring any valid points. He whines. It's typical, very typical. So that, and don't trust Whitey,
Yeah.
You want to send James to prison, man? Shame on you.
No, Ryan.
No, I want to send whoever put him there as a moderator.
Well, that would be James.
Well, yeah. Then okay.
James,
Why
yeah.
would you do that to people?
We have to agree.
Grabbed a random person at McDonald's and done just as well.
Well, we have to agree though that Ryan is at least better than Amy was.
Oh
yeah.
What? Amy.
That was wow.
Real name Gavin. I don't know. Don't know what her real name is. Gavin.
What's with all the he, she's, and shit over on that shit?
Oh, my interlocutors.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I know.
I don't get it.
Yeah. And Chris, you have anything to say? I think he's gone.
He passed out.
Yeah. Vara, what's up, man? What do you have to say?
Well, man, for the debate, I watched it live because I couldn't wait to see Nathan Thompson just trigger Tony to a point where he would rage quit. It didn't happen though, but it was fun. And yeah, I'm disappointed for my fellow nerd Peter for the way he behaved, and yeah, it was fun. I like the drama and the fighting myself.
But yeah, but Vara, I think you can agree. We haven't seen one debate Tony's been on that he hasn't got triggered.
Yeah.
No, that's why it's fun.
He's always triggered.
They didn't debate. They didn't debate. The club side. They didn't debate at all.
Yeah, they didn't really give anything.
No.
But yeah, I think the series is done now. We don't need to go through the rest of the super chats and whatever.
Moomin. Yeah, agreed. Moomin.
But yeah, I think it was great. Appreciate you all coming. Appreciate everybody's super chats and the likes and the hits and the PayPal. Thank you very much again, PJ and Vicky. You guys rock. Appreciate everybody's support. Tomorrow night is Pastor PJ on. Remember that. I'm not live tomorrow. And then I'll see you guys.
You know the target, Flat. Will that stay like that for your next stream, or will that go?
I think it's ending now.
Oh, right. Okay. So
it ends now. Yeah. But yeah, I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Right.
But Sean did ask so if we can review a debate between Rob Skiba and St. Janice. So cool. I'm going to email him and ask him to send the link. We'll maybe do that.
That'd be cool. Definitely, that'd be cool. I'd like to go through some older stuff as well. That'd be brilliant.
I saw there was one recently, a debate in flat Earth versus concave Earth.
Ooh.
That's interesting. How many people can fight for concave, though?
I don't know. I bet they don't get shadow banned.
But you know what's sad about the concave, though? It's more realistic than the globe.
Well, I don't see any curvature one way or the other. That's for real.
That's it. I mean,
in the moon, man.
Sorry?
The concave world is seen in the moon, mirrored in the moon.
Yeah, apparently we're like enveloped on ourselves and we're inside the globe on a concave Earth, something like that.
Inside the
But that's the thing. If it was in a concave Earth,
Or are you talking about the idea that the moon is a map of the Earth?
That's another one, though. A lot of people claim the moon's a map.
yeah. When
Like
concave,
just the-
if you're concave Earth, then you'd have line of sight to everything, wouldn't you?
I don't know, but
Yeah.
they got weird. I mean, I mean they will have the same argument we are. You can't see forever.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, sure.
Died.
Hey guys.
Yes.
Hey, Keith, real quick before you end the show, I just want to say, you are. Do you know that you can use for reviews like this? You can use todaysdebate.com and create a voting card for reviews.
Really?
Yeah, you can download the app's free in the Play Store and the Apple Store, and you can actually create a review card. Basically, it's like same thing as the voting card. It's just you're reviewing it, so they can vote as you review the video on who did the best. You can even create. You can go into the moderator section and you can create your own voting indicators. So like there's the preset indicators, but then you can go in and change them, and you can make it less complicated or more specific to the debate, and you can do reviews with the voting card. It's free.
Oh yeah, I'm going to look into that for sure. Do they have iOS as well, or is it just for Android?
Yeah, it's iOS and Android in the Play stores.
Awesome. And I'll definitely check it out then.
Todaysdebate.com, and we're actually adding fallacies where they're currently being programmed into the app right now. Is where like during each debating segment, you can choose like when someone's doing a logical fallacy, and I'm going to have 24 fallacies available for people to choose from, and then they're going to go. You can like basically give them as a as a bad mark against one of the interlocutors. You can give it as a logical fallacy.
Like it works on a point system. Oh, that's quite cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool. We're building it up to be something that can be interactive during debates and even reviews of debates. And you can make it as simple as you don't even have to like create all the cross segments and the openings, rebuttals. You can literally just make it one segment of who had the more coherent arguments and who did the best overall at their presentation. You can make it as simple as you want or as complicated as you can.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's going to be an awesome thing. No, I'm definitely going to check that out.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah, because I know you review debates often, so it could just be another fun tool that you can use to engage with the audience.
No,
so
definitely.
my goal in the future, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I think it's definitely because it's cool when the audience wants to engage as well. Then it's not so boring for them.
My goal in the future is for channels that actually, engage in debates, do debate reviews. Basically, you have to sign up to be a moderator in order to create a debate card. So you'll go in, like when you go to the homepage, you can go to sign up as moderator or host a debate is what the button says. And then I'll approve you as a moderator. And then you can basically, in the future, what I'm trying to build out for it is that all the moderating channels will basically get to share in the ad revenue so that it's financially incentivized for you to use the thing as well.
Oh, that's quite cool.
Yeah, so we're building it up right now. It's still just getting out of testing phase, but you're welcome to use it anytime you want to. If you have any
Awesome.
questions about it, just let me know.
Yeah, I'll definitely talk to you. I think it'll be interesting. I'll email you, then we can work out a time to have a discussion.
Can I ask a question of Sean now since you're here?
Sure. What's up,
because I really respect your opinion and regarding religious stuff. Like, what is your opinion on the Bible study challenge I've been doing? Like the idea behind it.
I apologize. I'm not familiar with your Bible study challenge.
Well, okay. Well, I assume that you were watching at least a little bit of it because you come in and chatted during the show.
What he had last week with Flatzoid on this channel. Remember, Sean, you were in chat.
Oh,
you did come in when Vara was doing his thing. It usually happens every Sunday.
yeah. I apologize. Was there a lingering question, or did you expect me to go watch something and come back with commentary?
No,
Were you asking me specifically?
No, I was just assuming you was watching at least a little bit of it, so I was asking your opinion on it.
No, I apologize if I haven't been able to watch any additional content this past week.
Yeah.
But if you have an actual question, I'll be glad to try to address an actual question.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do it with you.
Unfortunately,
originally, you know.
Well, so I'm sorry. So what are you actually talking about, though? What are you asking me? So you have you've created something that's called a Bible study challenge that
we've been doing.
Is it like a course people walk through or something?
Well, we've been doing this weekly thing with Flatzoid. I started reading the Bible this spring. I'm 35 years old now, and you know, I've been reading it, and I came up with a list of questions, and ever since I started doing that, I came up with the idea of why don't I go to YouTube and ask different Christians, you know, these questions. So that's basically.
I think I think it's a great idea because that's what I used to do with pastors. So I used to go to, and I mean, I still do it, honestly. I'd have them on my channel and interview them. But before I had a YouTube channel for years, for like 10 years, I would go make appointments with pastors in their offices during during the week. And I would have a list of questions for them. Even though I was already a believer, I still had questions. And I was like, man, this stuff doesn't make sense. Like, what's going on here? And I was upset that I was getting so many different answers on the same questions from different pastors. And it caused me to research church history. It caused me to research the different denominations and how they started and what's minute interpretations they hold to that are different. And of it, I started to realize that, are not believing verse actually says, and they're in favor of a reinterpretation to fit some other presupposition. And I'm not sure about your background, but respectfully, in my experience, that's the same thing that seems to be happening with agnostics and atheists. They just don't believe the thing to begin with. So all their questions are very slanted from a disposition of, there's no way this could be true, so let's try to create an absurdity, illogical fallacy out of a question. The very few times that I've seen an unbeliever ask genuine questions, it has to have the precept that this thing might actually be true. This book actually might be information passed down from the creator of all things. And I can test it along that disposition.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that, I think that's an amazing thing.
Yeah, the Bible says prove all things. And that's like my motivation behind this also.
That's great, brother. Keep proving. Because essentially what you're doing is you're asking God to reveal himself to you. You're not using that language, but it's what Jesus taught, right? Those who ask will get the answers. Those who knock, the door will be open to them. Those who seek will find. So this is what you're doing. I'd say keep it up, brother.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Right.
I got the armor of God now back in me. So what he said.
The shield.
Hey, just remember.
No, I mean, I'm
just remember. What's your name again? Sorry, what's your name again?
Yere.
Yere?
Vara. You can call me Vara.
Vara. Hey, just remember. Satanic pedophiles run the world.
I know.
So
that's true.
If you know that, there's only one religious source of documents that explains who satanic pedophiles came from and how they're going to be treated when the Creator and His Son descend to the earth at the end of the age. There's no other religious document of any other nation, of any other people group, that reveals who these satanic pedophiles are and how they're going to be dealt with in judgment. Only the Bible introduces the bad guys that you readily can see and acknowledge are running the world and how their fate will end. Every other religion hides that fact. That is the most number one telling thing that Christianity is absolutely true.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So anyway, just want to share that with you as encouragement, okay?
You found the right people here, man.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say
anyway,
thank you
Keith,
for coming.
I apologize, Keith. I got to jump off. But you guys, I appreciate what you guys are doing. Keep the great work.
You too. I'll contact you and then we can chat, man.
Okay, sounds great.
Sure.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Well, awesome, guys. Thank you for coming. My bedtime is calling. I'll see you guys then Wednesday. Remember, tomorrow is PJ. And then many, many blessings. May the pressure be with you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks for the great show, sir.
Crafted signs of the divine. I'm made for something true. In God's plan, my path renews. Flat earth made by Him. My journey